Night Talk with Teresa. This is your girl Teresa. And on the line, say hi, Nikki.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Teresa.
Hi, hi. All right. So, before we get started, I have to give my spiel about, my love winks today. So, today I'm going to share with you all this lovely thing that I think everyone needs. You don't have to be in a relationship, you might want it for yourself. So, this is called a love glove. And this lovely love glove, you see the ridges on it. I don't know if you can see them front and back. But if you purchase the love glove, you gotta purchase this lovely massage oil. And this is called Heart and Hand Massage Oil. Okay? You rub the massage oil on, of course, and you like warm it up, and then rub it with this glove, and oh my gosh, what an amazing massage you can get. And to make the ambiance even better, you have to get this Heart and Hand Seduce Me candle. And it smells amazing. It is vanilla sugar and sweet pea. And I didn't open it because somebody might want to buy it and I don't want to open it. But this is an amazing candle. And it is also massage oil. So you can use this as well. So warm it up, just like soy candles. You warm it up, you put it on the body, and it just amazing. So these three items, if you're interested, Christmas is coming. You might want to buy a gift for somebody. Hit me up. You can check out my website, http Teresa R. Drakeford lovewinks lovewinks.com, or you can email me Teresa R. Drakeford at gmail.com. Okay, so enough of that spiel for today. We are still working on the book, the second chapter of Don't Be a Wife to a Boyfriend. Okay? So, the second chapter is saying, let it flow, but don't get stuck in the gray area. What do you think that means, Nikki?
Let it flow, but don't get stuck in the gray area.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess that area where you not sure exactly what you mean to that person. So
Yes.
you do a lot of assuming, maybe. Or
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So from what I read, it's and some of us do it. I know I've done it, and because I want something to happen. But what it means is we're trying to rush it. We need to learn how to just go with the flow. So it's like we want to be in a relationship sometimes. So we want to ask, what are we doing? And the guy, they don't like that. They don't like that pressure. They're just like, man, can we just go with the flow? And sometimes you're like, I don't want to go with the flow. I want to know what some of us women can be persistent and think, no, I got to know what I am with him right now. I got to know. But instead, the book is saying no. Just go. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You see what I'm saying? Do
mm-hmm.
you agree with that?
um, I'm not gonna say I agree with it, but I understand it, and um, it's probably the best way to be, to
Right,
be
right.
honest.
Yeah,
So, because
because
we have to think like a man, basically.
right. Yeah, and then another thing is every potential date is not a potential mate. Think about it. They might be great to date, but once they become your mate, they turn into somebody totally different. You ever thought
Right.
of that one? And sometimes we actually psych ourselves out of a good thing by trying to force something to happen. So
Right.
you might have someone who's not really into commitment, and because you're ready to be committed, they're not. So when you try to force it, you're gonna lose them because they're like, oh no, she trying to take this a separate route that I don't want to go. We're going in two different directions. So I'm gonna end this before anything else happens. So I know, been there, done that. What about you, Nikki?
Um, I've probably been on the other end of that,
Yeah, yeah.
to be
So
honest.
you, excuse me, you've been the one that have said, let me let it go because this is not really the direction that we want to
Yeah.
take it. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And it's rough. It's rough to end that.
Yeah.
So,
Sometimes.
yeah.
Sometimes it's not.
Did you do the
But
easy
yeah.
way out of it, or did you actually just like have that conversation?
No, I have conversations. I don't ghost people because I've been there and it hurts. So
Yeah.
I just like to tell the truth. I mean, whether it hurts or not, like it's not my intent, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm a straight shooter, so I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing. Yeah. So it says, never assume what has yet to be acknowledged. So until someone tells you we're exclusive or I'm your man, you're my woman, don't assume it. Don't assume it. And again, been there, done that. So from now on, won't do that
Right.
anymore. But I think I'm gonna more be like Nikki is. I'm gonna be the one who's gonna be. The nope, don't want that. Let me keep moving.
Yeah, I just made up my mind a long time ago. I know what I want, and I can verbalize that.
Yeah,
And I want what I want. Like, not saying I want craziness, but I know what I want and I know what I need. And at this point, I don't want anything less than that.
right,
Because
exactly.
I've settled many times, and you know,
That's just like
I'm not
last
so.
the last week's chapter is love yourself, and if you love yourself enough, you're not going to settle. So
Right.
that
I'm
brings it
okay
back.
with being, I don't have to be with someone
Mm-hmm.
to be happy. Like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
so I'm good.
Like we've been alone. I can't. We've been by ourselves for so long to where if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's not like it's gonna make or break us. But in all honesty, we're not really alone because again, there's somebody up there who's making sure we good.
That's right.
And if we're not ready to be in a relationship, he is not gonna put us in one. So
Absolutely.
why should we worry about it? When the right one comes along and God says that's the one, then we'll know it,
Yep.
we'll feel it. Don't try to
Yep.
settle for that ain't doing nothing and ain't about nothing and it's not right for us. Not that potential mate that we really need.
I'm definitely allowing him to bring me mine because I am at the point where I am ready
Yeah.
to be in a relationship, but I don't have to be in a relationship.
Right.
It's not gonna make me unhappy not being in one.
Exactly.
I'm happy the way right now.
Yes. Yes.
So
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's like I know for me, sometimes yeah, people say don't you get lonely? Yeah, sometimes I do. But then sometimes I think back of how I hear people who have partners and stuff like that, and they go out and they're like, I gotta, what time I'm gonna come home because he gotta know what time I'm coming home, or I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I'm like, I don't have to do none of that. I just go and I don't have to worry about that, except for one individual. But we won't talk about that. But but if I had a partner, it would be different. I'd be like, well, because I'm the type of person that treats other people the way I want to be treated. So I'm gonna call and say I'll be home by this time or something to that effect. But it's communication that's a big thing for me. So I don't know. But right now, yeah, I'm ready for one, but I'm waiting for the right one, not somebody who's just
yeah,
not fitting all the spots on my all the dots on my page. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Right. So
And yep.
so with this also, the books talked about there's a white stage, a black stage, and a gray stage. And with the white stage, that's where two people start to get to know each other and they're hanging out, they're doing things together. That's what the white stage is. The black stage is where the all the spots are filled in. So it's like, yes, that's my mate. We are exclusive. I'm committed to him. He's committed to me. That's the black stage. The gray stage is where you don't know what you're doing right now. It's just you date. You're not exclusive. You do everything, and it just you're just there hanging out, basically. And you're open to see who you want to see, and he open to see who he want to see. That's that gray area that leaves you thinking, uh, should I cut off other people? Should I, that's the kind of thing right there. So until you become exclusive with that person, I think you're free to do whatever you want to do, and he's free to do whatever he wants to do, or whatever, vice versa. Don't you feel the same way?
I I do feel that way, but for me,
Mm-hmm.
I may not share it with the person that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
But if I'm really into someone, then I don't entertain other people.
Right.
But I don't have to, I may not put it out there like that with that person,
Mm-hmm.
but I just don't, because when you when you do that, there are times where it'll start getting messy, and right when that person maybe is getting closer to you, where at the point where you wanted them to be, you might have a situation with this whoever on the side, and then it's like it could be drama.
Right.
So, and I've been on the end of that where they did that to me, you know, and it's a hurtful thing. But I mean, you don't have to necessarily discuss it. That's just me.
Right.
That's just me.
I think
But
from my perspective is I'm gonna say so we're not really, and this is me, from learning experience because I'm learning, but for me it start out so we're not in a relationship until that person says we're exclusive. I'm your man, you my girl. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and
yeah,
it's almost like you don't have to have that communication with that person because they should understand that we're not in a relationship. She's still gonna be out here. So if I really want her, I've got to say, I want to be in a relationship with you. I got to be exclusive with her. But
hmm,
that's where that communication has to come in. So that way there is no gray area. It's communicated. Everybody knows what they're supposed to be. What, where they're at, and it's no room for questions.
right. But if you go back to what the whole topic was,
Mm-hmm.
when do you have that conversation? Because the book is saying to just go with the flow.
Right.
So like at what point? Because for me it's easy for me to have that conversation with the person that I'm into. It
Mm-hmm.
may not be easy for that person because most guys think women don't want to hear that,
Right.
and a lot of women don't want to hear it, and we can react crazy
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. But for me, I I like having conversations like that. If hey, I really like you, you seem to really like me, you know, are we just trying this with just each other, or are we just seeing each other? Like I can have a conversation like that, and if he says, well, I ain't really trying to commit to nothing, I just want to see where it goes. Like I don't have a problem with that. I
Right.
just have a problem with somebody lying.
Right.
So, but
Yeah.
not every woman, and some men, they can't handle honest situations like that. But for me, I wish more people were like that. Cause
Yeah.
a lot of times women we just want to know so we can have the choice to choose how we want to move after that.
But shouldn't that be the conversation at the beginning when you first start with that person to say, what are you looking for in a relationship? Or are you looking for a relationship? Are you just trying to, are you just trying to smash? You're just trying to
Well, see, that's me. That's me.
yeah,
That's the
let's
kind
set
of
it off at the
conversation
beginning.
that I have. So I don't know about with the book. I don't know if he's saying that we shouldn't do that. Just kind of go, but I'm just kind of like I'm transparent and
Yeah,
I just like to know what's up so I know how to move.
right. But I think in the book, the person didn't have that conversation before they started. It was just like they hung out, they did things, but they never really
Right.
talked about what their goals were within the whole relationship thing itself. Did you want a relationship? Did you just want to hang out? Did you want to just be friends? Once that is established at the beginning, then that's when that sort of leads to whether you should be in a gray area or not. Because if he
Right.
starts out and he says, I don't want to be in a relationship, then you know right off the bat that this is not going to be a relationship type thing. So I'm going to keep doing what I need to do with somebody else,
Right.
until that other person comes along that does want to be in a relationship. And so that way you won't be asking him. But that doesn't mean if you just keep going with the flow, like it says, go with the flow. But then if you cool, y'all vibing, everything's clicking and it's great, then 10 to 1, he's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm ready for a relationship now." And then you got to figure out what you're gonna do with that other person or whatever you're kicking it with. What are they doing? So
Yeah. That's
that's a
hard for
tough.
me. I just can't. I just can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. So, but
Yeah.
what we've learned is start it out, the establish everything from the beginning, and then you know where to go from there. So there is no gray area. So
Right.
we're never going to be in a relationship. So if I like hanging out with this person, I like doing whatever with this person, that's all we're going to do. That's ever all we're going to do. And then you don't set yourself up for expectations or hurt. Even though I'm sorry, if you doing things with somebody like we've all learned, especially if you're having sex with somebody, you're passing that energy. That energy's flowing.
Mhm.
And you somebody about to catch feelings, whether they say they will or not, they will. And that hurts more than anything because you can't change a person. And if that
Right.
person doesn't want to be in a relationship, you're just wasting your time. If you start to catch feelings, and you're going to end up hurt because he may not be in a relationship for you, but he may be ready for a relationship with somebody else.
Absolutely.
And that's what happened with the person in this book was she kept thinking that they were going to get into a relationship, and when she asked, he was like no, but he ended up being in a relationship with somebody else. So she wasn't the one for him. And I think that's sad because here she wasted all her energy, her time, all that, and he wasn't even intending on changing what he had with her. He was enjoying, as I say, the cake while he was eating the pie. That's what I say. You enjoying cake and
Yeah.
pie.
Mhm.
And as I always say as well, you selfish son of a bee. So that's what I say. But that was that. Another thing that the book said is men will do what you allow them to do. And how many times have we done stuff and said, I know I have. I can't speak for everybody else. But I will allow a man to do things and then be like, I have to smack myself. What the heck were you thinking,
I
Teresa?
definitely did. I've definitely
Yeah.
uh,
It's like,
done that
don't blame him.
situation.
You blame yourself. Hold yourself accountable because you should have known better. And I've said this before, red flags everywhere. You just, oh, I don't want to see the red. I want to see orange. I want to see blue. No, baby, look at the red. From now
Right.
on, I'm looking at the red. I'm be like, red, not going there. And then, lastly, in the book, it says sometimes you have to go with the flow, and sometimes you have to let it go.
Mm-hmm.
So, when it's over, it's over. Let it go. It
Amen.
wasn't for you. It he wasn't for you. It wasn't, it wasn't clicking. It wasn't doing what it needed to do. Let it go. Y'all with me on that? I
Yep.
I definitely say that. So
Mm-hmm.
that brings me to back to the red flags. So I asked this on Facebook because I wanted to see what everybody would say, what kind of responses I would get. If someone asks you, no, if someone says to you, you look like you don't miss a meal. So, one of my, let me see if I can express what some other people said. And let me find my responses here. So, in case y'all didn't see the post, let me tell you what some of the people said. One of my friends said, how can you tell I haven't missed any meals? Because I don't eat but one meal a day and snack the rest of the day. That's what my friend said. Now, see, I can understand that. You're just looking at me or that person off of a picture that we probably took one day thinking we was cute. Okay? But that's the first response that I got. The second one says, do one of those fake. This is my cousin. Y'all, she crazy, but I love her to death. She said, do one of those fake little Richard laughs, then cut it off and stare them down from head to toe. No words needed. Yeah. Okay. So I could see her doing that too. All right. And then my lovely sister said that you should say this. Why, thank you. I work hard at keeping this voluptuous body in shape. And that would be my sister. And then another friend said, what I eat is not any of your business. You think you're perfect, look again. So that's what they said. So let me tell you what I said. Okay, it happened to me.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Let me get the beats on.
It happened to me. Okay, I didn't say anything negative. Y'all believe it or not, Teresa is. I was not. I was caught off guard with that one. But
You didn't, but that's shocking, but you didn't.
yeah, I didn't say what I wanted to say. But what I should have said, and again, this podcast is all Teresa, so Teresa don't hold back shit. So let me tell you, what I wanted to say was motherfucker. First of all, I work out 6 days a week. No, I'm not skinny. I will never be a motherfucking skinny ass bitch because that's not me. God made me to be a voluptuous, very healthy individual. Yes, I may not look like I'm healthy, but I'm healthy as a motherfucker. I don't have diabetes. I don't have sugar problems. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't none of that shit. But I bet you I can run your ass around the fucking building. So you can't judge me until you look at your motherfucking self. So that's what I wanted to say. And then I wanted to say, that's a red flag. Delete, block, cut off. Never again talk to me again. So now, but he got the nice Teresa that just said, um, why would you say that? And he says, well, you look like you're a nice, healthy person. And then he proceeds to ask me what size clothes I wear. Motherfucker, that ain't none of your damn business. So cause now here's the thing, Teresa told him what size she wore. And he says, oh, that's not a bad size. That's a nice size. I can hug you. I can kiss you. I said, too bad you won't, motherfucker, because that ain't happening. So, delete, block, cut off, never again. So, fellas, don't ever say some shit like that to somebody because you might catch Risa and not Teresa, or Renee, as I call it when I get pissed. Um, and I might blow your ass under the cut. So just to say, fuck off, kiss my ass is what I say now. Block, delete, bam. So, do I eat? Do I look like I miss a meal? I miss meals all the time. I fast. I do it a whole day, 2 days, 3 days sometimes. So don't judge me because you don't know me and you will not get to know me now. Instead, you're supposed to say you're a beautiful woman. I think that we could work it out. You never mention a woman's fucking size unless it's all positive. Let me tell you that, brothers. Unless it's positive. And one thing you're not gonna
It's
do,
low because he already saw you. He saw the
yeah.
picture.
But of course, I saw the big boobs. Of course you did, motherfucker. That's the only thing you did see. It's because you thought that you could get some of these big boobs, but you're not gonna get them now, cause you done pissed me off. Done, did, cut. So, Nikki, what would you say if somebody said that to you? Are you there? I done lost Nikki. I don't know where Nikki went. But that is my night talk with tonight with Teresa tonight. Again, if you guys want to write something in, please do. Email me, teresardrakeford@gmail.com. If you want to give me some feedback on what you think you would have said to the gentleman, please, I love it. I'm enjoying it. So hit me up. I thank you for listening, checking in, viewing it. I appreciate you. Hope you have a good night, and thank you.